So let's look at two-step inequality word problems. So you may recognize this chart from one-step inequality word problems. So this is just a list of words that you may see and that will help you identify the inequality being used in the word problem. So it's just helpful to know, and you can refer back to it when you're doing your homework. All right, so less than, fewer than, smaller than, or below. Remember, there are 4 inequality symbols. You have less than, greater than, less than or equal to, and greater than or equal to. So which one of these are these words describing? Well, it's pretty easy, right? Less than, we know, is the name of this one. Greater than, more than, larger than, above. Greater than, that's the name of this one. Okay, but these other words also mean greater than. Less than or equal to is this third one. Okay, but again, no more than also means less than or equal to. Maximum, at most, also mean this symbol right here. And then the last one, greater than or equal to, looks like this, okay, but they also could also be written as no less than, minimum, and at least. And most likely it will be, all right? So it's nice when they give it to you directly, but sometimes you have to just figure it out yourself. These are probably the trickiest because if you don't notice the no in front of it, then you may just think of it as this other symbol over here. So look for both of those. Minimum and maximum kind of sound the opposite of what you actually see. Same thing with at most and at least. At most, okay, so most kind of sounds like more, but it actually ends up being less. Same thing with least, sort of sounds like less, but it actually ends up being more than. All right, so we're going to be writing, solving, and graphing the inequalities in each of the word problems. Let's give it a try. The first one says, number of people split evenly into 4 groups, decreased by 6, is greater than 2. All right, so again, what makes inequality word problems tricky is that you have words that mean operations, like adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. Then you also have words that mean the inequality. So you just read these really carefully. So you have a number of people, they've been split into 4 groups. So that's my people, split evenly, that's a division. Okay, words, I'm dividing that by 4. Decreased by, that means subtraction. I'm subtracting 6. Is greater than, all right, so there's my inequality right there. Is greater than, is this one right here, 2. All right, so once I have my inequality, I'm going to solve it, cutting it in half. I'm going to start with subtraction, get rid of that first by doing the opposite, adding 6. So I have p over 4 greater than 8. And then again, I'm going to keep going. So the opposite of dividing by 4 is multiplying by 4. I'm multiplying by a positive number, so I don't need to change my inequality. P is greater than 32. All right, and so what does that mean? The number of people, right, is greater than 32, basically is what that means. All right, and then if I graph it, I'm just going to draw a number line over here. I'm going to put 32 on my number line. It's not equal to, so that's an open circle. And then which direction are the numbers greater than 32? To the right. So the answer to this question is anything above 32, any number of people above 32. All right, what about number 2? The Walter family budgets a maximum amount of $124 for a camping trip. Mr. Walter already spent $40. How many people can go canoeing if the cost is $21 per person? Right, so in this case, maximum is giving us our inequality. Maximum, right, is up here is the less than or equal to. So I know that the maximum is $124. So that means he can spend less than $124, or he can spend equal to $124, but he can't go over it because he doesn't have enough money, right? All right, so what is he going to spend? He already has spent $40. That's not all he spent, so we're going to add to that the rest. The cost is $21 per person, so $21 per person, that's being multiplied 21 times the number of people to get his cost. All right, so then to solve it, we're cutting it in half. I'm going to get rid of what's being added first, so subtracting that. This is 21p less than or equal to 124 minus 40 is 84, right? And then I'm going to divide to finish this up by 21. Again, I'm dividing by a positive number, so I don't need to change anything. So I keep the p less than or equal to 84 divided by 21 is 4. All right, so that means that 4 people at most can go on the canoeing trip, or less than 4. So if I go ahead and graph this time I'm going to have a closed circle because it's equal to, and then I'm going to draw my line towards the left, okay, because that's where numbers are less than. Now, this one, if you think about it, it really shouldn't go past what number? Even though my line continues to go on and on forever, really, the number of people is what? 4 or less. Okay, so you're not going to have -1 people. It would be from 0 to 4, but we're just graphing it like we normally would. Right, Natalie can spend no more than $7 to buy some school supplies. A notebook costs $3 and each pen costs $2. If she wants to buy 1 notebook, how many pens can she buy? All right, so no more than, there's my inequality, and notice the no. So if it's not more than, what is it? It's less than or equal to, okay, 7. So this is part of my equation. Then I have to figure out the rest. So she wants to spend no more than that. Well, what is she spending on? She's buying a notebook for $3. That's part of her cost. And she's buying a pen that costs $2. So she buys 1 notebook, so that would be 1.3. Okay, and how many pens can she buy? So if each pen is $2, what I'm trying to figure out is plus 2 times the number of pens. So if I solve this, I'm going to get rid of the 3 minus 3. That gives me TP less than or equal to 4. And continue by dividing. The P is less than or equal to 2. All right, so again, when I graph it, my circle is going to be closed because of the equal side. I'm going to have a 2 here, and then less than 2 is going to be in this direction. Although, if I interpret what this really means, how many pens can she buy? She can buy 2, she can buy 1, or she can buy 0, because I'm not going to have -1 pens. Number 4, a car sales associate receives a monthly salary of $1,700 plus $140 for each car that they sell. How many cars must they sell monthly to earn at least $4,500? All right, so at least is my inequality. I'm going to start there. At least sounds like less than, but it's the opposite. At least is greater than or equal to 4,500. Okay, and if you're not sure, refer back to the chart. It'll tell you at least is the symbol right here. Okay, so at least, that means I can make more, or I can make exactly that, but I don't want to make any less. So how do we get to this number right here? Well, let's go back and look. They get a monthly salary. That's just what they're paid for working at their job. So they get $1,700. That's not all they get. They also plus, okay, so that makes it easy. I'm going to add $140 for each car that they sell. So not just 140, it's for 140 times however many they sell. So we want to know how many they have to sell. So 140 times the number of cars. All right, so if I go ahead and solve this, dividing it in half, I'm going to get rid of what's being added first. So subtracting the 1,700. This gives me 140C greater than or equal to. When I subtract, I get 0, 0. 280. All right, and then I need to go ahead and divide, do the opposite. So I'm dividing by 140. Again, I'm dividing by positive numbers, so this is not going to change anything. Let me do this out to the side. 140 to 2,800. I'll go into 280 twice. And I have a 0 here, so 20. So C is less than or equal to 20. All right, if I go ahead and graph that, I'm going to put my circle above 20. Going to be a closed circle because of the equal sign, and then where are the numbers greater than 20? To the right. Okay, and if I just kind of understand what that means the minimum number of cars he has to sell in order to make this amount here. So he has to sell at least 20. Can he sell more? Yes. If he sells more, he's going to make more than that, right? But maybe that's what he needs to pay his bills, so he knows every month he's got to sell 20 cars. All right. Kevin has $4.95 left on a music download gift card. She, okay, so that's a weird name for a girl. I'm going to change that to he, has a download costing $1.98 in his online shopping cart. How many more songs can he download if each song costs 99 cents? All right. Don't worry about that. I'll change it on yours. So Kevin has $4.95. He's got to download how many more songs if each song costs $1.99. Okay, so I know that $4.95 is the most he can spend. Now this one's a little different because it never comes really right out and tells us the inequality. Okay, so I just kind of have to understand what's going on here. The most Kevin can spend is $4.95. I don't want to go over that. All right, so this is like the maximum. Well, what inequality do I use for maximum? Well, maximum sounds like more, okay, but it's actually less or equal to. So he can spend, if this is what's left, and that's the most he can spend. Can he spend less? Yes. Can he spend exactly? Yes. All right, so this is going to be less than or equal to $4.95. All right, so we know already that he needs to spend $1.98 because that's what's already in his shopping cart. And then we want to know how many songs, more songs can get downloaded if they're each 99 cents. So he's got the $1.98 download plus 99 times however many songs, or songs he downloads. Okay, I don't want to use S because S kind of looks like a 5, so I'm going to use X this time. All right, so to solve it, I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to subtract $1.98. That's what's being added. Over here, it gives me 0.99x less than or equal to, let's see, that is $2.97. And I still need to divide by 0.99. Again, I'm okay because it's a positive number. So if I divide 99 cents into $2.97, move it 2 places. 99 into 297 will go 3 times. Yeah. All right, so x is less than or equal to 3. All right, so if I graph this, I'm going to start with 3. It's going to be a closed circle going this direction, less than goes to the left. Okay, and again, if I interpret what I've just said, what I've said is how many songs can he download? Okay, so the most songs he can download is 3, or 2, or 1, or none, right? And he'll still have enough money. Okay, but if he tries to download 4, then he's not going to be able to use his gift card. Okay, all right, so that is 2-step inequality word problems. Again, just be really careful when you're reading your problem to know if your keywords are referring to the operations or if they're referring to the inequality that you're supposed to use. And then, again, just keep this chart handy if it's helpful to you, especially for these more uncommon words over here. All right, see you soon.